Yo, it's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. How y'all doing, man? Again, long time no see. It's about to be like a catchphrase of the channel, man. Like, but, you know, better late than never. Better do it than to not do it, you know what I'm saying? Better be present to show up, you know what I'm saying? You know, been a lot going on. As you can see, I'm in a different place again. Like, you know, I'm going to be in a different place, you know, soon. A lot of moving around, a lot of, you know, life and stuff like that. But, you know, God is still good. So definitely want to give glory to him. Second thing, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I owe y'all a few story times. Like, you know, forget about it. Just you want to hear some quality stories and football knowledge, rock with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can peep in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, leave a comment. You agree or disagree, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, I'm really trying to build something. I really am passionate about this, like, you know, or care about doing this stuff. Like, it's just, you know, life gets in the way, and, you know, you just got to make time for things you want. So, definitely using a little bit of energy that I have before I go to sleep to just, this is too big of a moment and occasion to not, like, you know, share and, like, you know, just express my feelings about what this team is doing right now. So this is like a reaction to this NFC divisional round win for the Washington Commanders, man. What a game, 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 man. Leading up to this, man, it was like literally David versus Goliath. And just to hear the amount of the ticket prices, just for the average ticket price is like $800, like, you know, nosebleed section is like $600 or something like that, and, like, you know, like, I think that was early, like as soon as we won, my friend had checked, like, you know, the prices, like, you know, for the 100 level, like, you know, the tickets, and it was like $700 or something like that. $800, and then she checked the nosebleeds and it was $600. So, and they probably went up from there. And I feel like that's funny. Like, it's like I feel like they just try to blackball us and like, you know, gatekeep, like, you know, getting us into the stadium. But, you know, hey, DC got money too. Like, there's a lot of Commanders fans got some money, and they was there. You know what I'm saying? Granted, like, you know, watching it on the TV copy, like, I can imagine, like, you know, like, being there, it can be a little overwhelming. The energy, all I saw was blue. Like, you know, we had fans there, but it was a lot of blue. And when they started to, like, you know, call them, like, you know, announce the players and stuff like that, and they cut the lights off and everybody got their phones, and it just looks crazy. The energy in that field looks, in full field, looks crazy, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, I can imagine. But, you know, our guys, like, you know, shout out to DQ. Before I really get into the stories, like, you know, well, I will say first, like, you know, shout out to DQ, like, he and the coaching staff, having them in this, they have them so locked in to what, like, you know, needs to be done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just mentally preparing them each week to, like, you know, handle these situations, and, like, on such a level that it's like, it's night and day to compare to other teams, you know what I'm saying? It's noticeable. Like, you know, even the Hail Mary that we had early in the year, like, that was coaching. Like, for Noah Brown to be there, like, you know, and any other, like, you see Hail Marys, like, everybody's jumping up in that pile. For him to be behind like that, that's coaching. It's not just him just, oh, I'm just going to hang out back here. Like, no, they practice these things. They practice all these things. So, before I get further into the story time, I want to give an apology to Dan Quinn. Early in the season, like, you know, the first time we played the Cowboys and we lost, like, I was really upset, and it still rang true at the time, because I wasn't sure. Like, I called him my op. Like, I was like, he might be an op. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just really upset with like, you know, how the outcome of that game was, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially being there and seeing the Cowboys fans celebrate, and it just made me sick. And one thing I hate, like, a lot is the Cowboys, like, you know what I'm saying, on Cowgirl. And, you know, it has been evident or clear that, you know, DQ still has a soft spot for the Cowboys. That doesn't mean that we don't need to beat them, like, you know, but, you know, he handled the business the second time around against them. And we need to figure that out. But, like, you know, I did not, I mean, I didn't mean any malice by that. I just, like, you got to prove it to me. And he has proven it, not even just the second Cowboys game, but just how we finished out the season and how we're still doing, like, you know, in this postseason and stuff like that. It's just like we've gone through the adversity that we needed to go through, which was good for us to help us grow. And now, like, you know, we're on the other side and benefiting of that in the same season. Like, we're just maturing. We're in such a locked in phase that, like, you know, it's giving us a lot of confidence, and it's like I'm confident we can like, you know, be any team, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying it in an arrogant way, like, it's like in the most humblest way. Like, I feel like we can confidently, like, go into any building and beat them. Like, that motto of anytime, any place, anywhere, anybody, anytime, anywhere, like, you know, it's like so prevalent, like, for us right now, man. So just really proud of them, really proud of them, man. Just coming in, like I said, like, I have a few Lions fans, like, you know, that I'm friends with or whatever. They on Facebook. I don't use Twitter as much as I used to. Like, I used to use it back in the day, but I don't get on it. But Facebook, I get on there. Like, you know, I say, like, you know, share my sports thoughts and stuff like that. And so, like, you know, there's a few fans. Like, I had this with one of my bros. Like, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna call them out because it's just like, at this point, it's like I did my trash talking. I did do my trash talking. I'm gonna share it in a second, but but I feel like now, okay, I'm gonna get a few out. I'm gonna get a few of my you know, few of my trash talking out, and then after a while, I'm just like, all right, I don't even feel good. It don't even feel good trash talking, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't respond or whatever, or, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a person that rubs stuff in, but it's like, you know, they really counted us out, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially, like, one of my friends, like, he's just like, man, y'all season gonna be over. Like, you know, good job for winning this week, like, beat the Bucks, but y'all season ends next week, you know, having us losing, like, only scoring 6 points and they scored 38 points, something like that. Let's just, like, you know, and just hearing, like, the radio people, like, it was a guy like, oh, you said we won Detroit, but we got you, like, you know what I'm saying, and your rookie quarterback and your third worst run defense, like, yo, like, I'm just like, okay, like, you know, y'all must not have been watching this season. Y'all must have thought it was just all up. Like, y'all probably only seen the Hail Mary and just been like, okay, they were lucky, but, you know, they're not as good as they think. Like, we really went through the gauntlet, like, you know what I'm saying, like, playing teams, like, you know, and beating teams, like, you know, saying that we hadn't beaten anybody, but really, Detroit didn't really beat anybody outside of their division. I mean, they beat the Vikings, and they beat Green Bay, but they lost to the Bills and they lost to the Bucks, and we beat the Bucks, you know, and, like, you know, in the Vikings and the Green Bay was out the first round, so, like, who did y'all really play? You know what I'm saying? Like, with some real adversity, with some real adversity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, like, you know, y'all had a lot of injuries, so it's like, you know, I love Dan Campbell. I love Dan Campbell. Like, love his passion and his like, you know, passion for the game and his team and the city of Detroit and all that stuff. I loved it. And I'm not even hating on Detroit. I love Detroit. I love, like, last year, like, y'all had one of the best sports years ever, like, you know what I'm saying, to win a national championship in football, college football, to go to the NFC Championship game. I believe. Yeah, I did go. I think in the playoffs and stuff like that. To have the draft in Detroit, like just to have so many things. Like it was, yeah, it was a great time for y'all city. And even this year, y'all had a great sports year. Like but you know, yeah, it just everybody was counting us out. And I ain't like that. Like, what I'm saying? I'm just like, bro, y'all don't know it's like we ain't no slouch. We not no easy walk in the park, like, what I'm saying? We not sweet. And that's the only thing I had to, just the only junk I had to talk, like, to get off my chest. I don't have nothing against Detroit. I want to go visit Detroit. I don't have nothing against the team. I love, like, Detroit Lions in a sense. Like, I be mad when we lose to y'all, like, but, like, what I'm saying? For the most part, like, I respect y'all a lot. You know what I'm saying? And even to pull out the season that y'all did with all the injuries, y'all made no excuse. And, like, y'all gonna be, like I said, a few years ago when we lost to y'all, like, y'all gonna be a tough team for a long time. As long as that man Dan Campbell is in there head coach, y'all gonna be a tough team for a long time, bro. So respect to y'all. But yeah, man, it's just all this noise. All this, like, even some of the sports companies like, yeah, we love Jaden Daniels, you love what they're doing with the team, but I feel like this is gonna be a close game, but they're just gonna come up short and stuff like that. And it's like we the only ones believing. We the only ones believing. Everybody count us out every week, but it's cool as long as we believe in ourselves. And it's just like I said, we've been doing this. We doing this level of winning and overcoming things that, like, it's nothing that we can't accomplish. Like, what I'm saying? We've won in every type of way, and we've been prepared for these things. Even when we've lost, like, we haven't gotten blown out, or, like, it was just a couple mistakes that were really on us that we could have won. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, getting into the game. Sorry, that was a long intro, but getting into the game, man. They get the ball first. Like, what I'm saying? We win the toss. I think we defer. And so I'm just like, okay, it's good. Look, good to hear. They start off, and I think they ended up going to kick a field goal. Let me see. It was a little rough. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what I'm saying? It was a few. It was a few janks. Like, what I'm saying? That was like plays. Like, it was just like, man, like, whew. Let me see. Okay, now the first drive they scored a touchdown. They was moving the ball on us, and I'm just like, yikes, this might be a long day. And so we got the ball back, and then, like, we were moving the ball too, and I was just like, they can't fuck with our offense. Like, what I'm saying? Excuse the language, but they can't mess with our offense, And then we ended up getting stalled out because we didn't convert, so we ended up kicking the field goal and stuff like that. So that was cool, but wait, let me see oh, no, okay, they punted the first time, and I was like, okay, as long as we can do that stop, we can make that stop. And so we drove down, and the drive was so smooth. I'm just like, man, they can't rock with us on defense. And then we ended up, like, going for fourth down, and then didn't get it. And then, like, it kind of messed us up. So then they ended up scoring that touchdown, and we kicked the field goal. And it was looking a little rough, I ain't gonna lie. And then we had that fumble because they was driving the ball down again. And then Doris Armstrong, like, forced the fumble. And that's when I'm just like, oh, we in this game. We needed something like that. Like, just to get the ball out of their hands as many times as possible was just, like, so necessary for us, bro. And then, like, we drove down, scored a touchdown. And then they scored a touchdown again, too. And I think that's the Sam Laporta touchdown. When he scored that one, I was just like, yikes. He scored it with, like, one hand. I was just like, yikes. It was like, what I'm saying? They literally used every weapon they had, like, what I'm saying, like, against us and stuff. Like, some was more effective than others. Like, they used Dave Montgomery. He had some decent runs, but he wasn't effective. He's coming off an injury, MCL, I think. But definitely use Jameson Williams on this. Definitely use Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I will say, like, this is probably the best all around defensive game that I've seen from our team all year. Now, granted, they gave up like 500 yards, like, you know, total, but for our defense, like, that is just like good. Like, to hold Jahmyr Gibbs to 105 yards, like, you know, is saying something, because he didn't really run crazy in the second half, like, for real. He had that one like long run, like down the sideline, I think, in the second half, but outside of that, he didn't really have no major runs. I'm thinking like he was going like Saquon Barkley cook us like all day, like on some stuff, like, you know. But he you know, he had a good game. Like, he had a good game. I can't take that away from him. Like two touchdowns, 105 yards. That's good. But to hold him to that just alone is just good. And then of course you can only like not you can only contain Jameson Williams so long. They had that perfectly called jet sweep, like, you know, kind of reverse, and he was gone, man. Jeremy Chin took a bad angle to pursue. He was in position, he just took a bad angle, and it was over for it, like, you know. And like, yeah, you're not catching Jameson Williams if you're behind. Pause. So yeah, man. This is an amazing game. And so, like, yes. So we got the ball back, and then that's when Terry scored that long screen. When he scored the long screen, I was just like, yo, this is about to be a hard day for them. We gonna win this game. And I had some signs like throughout the day that, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling really good about this game. Like, you know, we can pull this off. When we did that, I'm like, oh, we here to play. Terry not playing. We not playing with none of them right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever seen a play like that from Terry. Pull the Jamar Chase on them dudes. Like, I don't think I ever seen a play like that from Terry. Just all the strength, like, you know, like that. And it was just like got me so hyped. I'm at a watch party, like, you know what I'm saying, like this, like I'm going to I'm probably going to end up posting, like, you know, my reactions to these watch parties, like last week against the Bucks, and then this week. This one probably not going to be as long, but it's still going. I'm still going to like share it. But I'm here with my cousin, like cousin sitting next to me. Then my friends are like, you know, all around and stuff like that. And so when this happens, I'm like shaking my cousin, like, you know what I'm saying. And when he actually was going and went and scored, like, I pushed my cousin over, and I'm just so hyped. Like, I just basically like kind of roll over him and like just run through the game room and stuff like that, because we watched it in the game room. And so it's just like I'm like just like going crazy, like, you know, dapping up everybody, just hype, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, I barely know some of the people in there, and I'm just dapping them everybody up, like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just like, I couldn't believe it. And we came to play, and so we got the ball back. I mean, you got the ball back to them, and then Quan Martin gets the interception, like, you know what I'm saying. And shout out to, I think it might have been John Baptiste, number 90, whoever. I think number 90. It might have been. I think John Baptiste, he kind of got pressure on Jared Goff to kind of rush that throw, and he threw the ball, he overthrew that ball, and like really threw it high, like, so the receiver couldn't really get it, and Quan just in the right spot to the crib. Great return too, like broken tackle and, like, you know, a little wiggling and stuff, you know what I'm saying, like the little step back and come here, like, you know what I'm saying. So great return by him. And it's like, you know, we opened the floodgates on them, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, they was not really prepared for the level of intensity and play that we was coming with. So, you know, I'm just definitely proud of that, like, you know what I'm saying. And then right after that, like, you know, they ended up scoring a touchdown. That's the reverse with Jameson Williams. That game was tough, man. That was a tough one. Like, that was crazy. Like, cause it was perfectly cold, and there's nothing we could do about it. Like, you know what I'm saying. But we stayed in it. Like, you know what I'm saying. We got another episode. I'm sorry, I was just read something. He had a good drive, and then the touchdown with Zach Ertz and stuff like that. Like, Zach Ertz been a cheat code, man. Like, for real. Like, good kind of route. He doesn't really have that much wiggle, but he get it done, man. Like, you know what I'm saying. There's a couple times he got the ball and it's just like he got so much space, but he just run around. Our tight ends are so slow. It's funny, but I mean, he did what he had to do, bro. And like, I'm glad that he's here for Jaden. Like, you know what I'm saying. So we score again, and then like, Jared Goff is throwing the ball. They driving the ball down, and that was a little tough drive because it was getting down. I'm just like, all right now, like, you know what I'm saying. And Jared throws the ball into the end zone, and I'm every time the ball goes up, I'm just like holding my breath because it's like they got so many dudes that can just like just to take the top off the defense. You know what I'm saying? And next you know, I see Mikey Sandstrom just come up under that jank like a receiver himself and catch that beautiful pick. You'd have think we was catching picks all year long. Like, we lead the league in interceptions this year. Like, but that's not even the case. But he got that one in the perfectly timed right before the half. Because we kind of like, no. So we could, like, we finished the first half, like, in the second quarter, like, like better than anyone could have asked for. We scored twice and then had the interception and then just took a knee. And so we had the momentum coming in after halftime and stuff like that. But when we come back, like, we end up stalling out and kicking the punt. We had a 3 and out, and then they went down and scored a touchdown. And so this is the closest that it ever got again, I believe. They scored a touchdown. I think Jahmyr Gibbs scored. Jahmyr Gibbs, he scored, and that was the closest it ever was again, 31-28 at that point. And then we scored. We had a long drive. We had an 8-minute drive. Wow. Like, our time of possession is elite. I'm looking at it. Our time of possession is crazy. Like, I have to look at it in a second. I'm about to look at the team's thing. Yeah, so then we drove it down. I'm trying to see. Shout out to Austin Eckler too, because it's like me trying to go over this is like not doing it full justice. Austin Eckler had some like moves, bro, like spin moves and all that stuff. Like, it was going crazy. Like, and B-Rob. Shout out to B-Rob for doing his thing. Finally, then woke up and arrived and decided he wanted to hang out with us and stuff like that. So, shout out to him. Great runs, and he got that touchdown. And then we got another interception. I think this one, I think that was the one. Yeah, it was the one where basically Jameson Williams threw the pick. Like, he threw the ball, and then Mikey caught this crazy pick. Like, it's like I still don't know how he caught the J. He's like falling down and just catches it. Like, you could tell. Like, I was talking to my homie, he doesn't know who he is. He was like, bro, who's that guy that caught y'all that pick? Like, from y'all. And I'm just like, oh, that's our rookie. Like, he was like, oh, bro, I could tell by the way he catches, like, that he used to be a receiver. I was like, yeah, he used to be a receiver in Michigan and stuff, And like, them ball skills is definitely coming to light. And it's like, bro, like, he has not disappointed. He had some rough times in the beginning of the season, like the first game of the season, and like against the Bengals, like he had like Jamar Chase, like scored on them and stuff, different things like that. But it's like he's definitely like Nick Saban said, the pound for pound best like defensive player, like that you're gonna have. Like, and he has not disappointed. To have 2 interceptions and do all that, like in a playoff game, divisional playoff game as a rookie in Detroit, like where you're from or went to school and stuff like that, it's crazy, bro. Like beautiful, like what I'm saying, like grateful to have him on the team and grateful that he stepped up, like in the way he did. Yeah, man, like I was, like I'm excited, but then at the same time I'm just in disbelief, but at the same time I'm not like I expect this from them, like in a sense, like, but I'm at the same time like I can't believe they're actually doing this shit, like they're actually doing this, like so it's just crazy, bro. So like I said, that interception happened, and I think this is the one where we drove it down. We drove it down, and then we ended up scoring. Jeremy McNichols scored, and by this point it's 45, and that was the last time we scored. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which time De'Ami. Shout out to De'Ami too, like, cause he had an amazing catch. Like basically his face covered and all that, and still caught the ball anyway. Like what I'm saying. That might have been the B-Rob play. I mean the time when B-Rob scored, but everybody just stepped up, man. Like it's the whole team stepping up and where they needed. Like what I'm saying, and it's just amazing to see. So then they scored a field goal and we missed a field goal. At this point I wanted to put up 50 on them and stuff like that, but it just didn't work out like that, and I'm okay with that. Jeremy Chin gets a interception, and then we take a knee, and it's a wrap. Like and I'm just too hyped. I'm just like, bro, y'all was talking all that junk, like y'all was gonna whoop us, like what I'm saying. Y'all try to blackball us from being in the stadium and stuff like that, and none of this stuff worked. Like none of it worked. Like what I'm saying. And we wasn't intimidated. We hit y'all in the mouth. And it's like, yeah, like but I'm just saying this respectfully. It's like, cause it's all love. Like what I'm saying. Y'all are a good team. I got so many weapons. Y'all gonna be tough for years. And it's like, it's gonna be interesting to see how we match up. Like with y'all, like coming up in the future and stuff like that. But we had to do it, man. We had to. Cause it's like at this point, if you win one of them, why not try to go win them all? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just here just to be hanging out. Oh, we made it to the playoffs. No, we trying to win this thing, man. Like so let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. And then like I love it, like the guys came in with the buffs, like what I'm saying. They pulled the buffs out in the locker room, and it was all like, took the pictures and stuff like that. Shout out to them. Shout out to KD coming in there. Shout out to Magic Johnson. Shout out to Josh. All them guys, man. Like what I'm saying. It's cool to see, man. I love it. I'm loving every single moment of it. I've tried to watch every single piece of watching the content that I can, like as much as I can, like as whatever time allows. And I'm just grateful, man. So let's just keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling. Shout out to Quan again. I just want to give him another shout out because I'm just thinking about Joe Witt Jr. just talking about how he keep the cap on the defense, like what I'm saying, and he, like when you see that play, he's over topping him, like what I'm saying. Even if the guy catches that ball, like he's going to like hopefully make that tackle and stuff like that. But he's in position to get the pick, and that's similar how his other pick happened in Atlanta. So. And this time he was able to run it back. He's an athletic dude, bro. Like what I'm saying. This is what a lot of people forget because he's supposed to be playing. He's supposed to be our slot. And then Mikey was supposed to be our slot, but like both of those guys, bro. It's like, the way they play, it's like it does like shoot. they might as well stay where they like shoot. They might as well stay where they at for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be real tough to keep Mikey, like bring Mikey inside. I think we're I think we would, at this point, the way he plays, we might be limiting him by putting him inside, like, you know, at nickel corner. So, like, if anything, we need to find an elite nickel corner or somebody that can play both inside and outside. I don't know, but it's gonna be tough. Like, you know, of our list of priorities. I don't know what we're gonna get. I don't even want to talk about that. I haven't even looked at a draft thing. I haven't even thought about that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even talk about the Super Bowl. Like, you know, I don't even want to get too far ahead of that. Let's just win the game in front of us. Let's go ahead and beat the Eagles. And then we can talk about anything else. But let's focus on the Eagles now. Like, you know, and it's just exciting though, man. Like, I really can't believe it. I ended up having to call my mom and dad, like, you know, like 1 o'clock in the morning, just like, can y'all believe this? I don't mean to wake y'all up, but I didn't get a chance to talk to y'all. Like, can y'all believe this? Like, you know, so it's a blessing, man. So many things to kind of go over, but this is kind of top of the dome. I just wanted to make a video just to share, like, my excitement about this, you know what I'm saying? And get a little bit of insight on it. Like, it just you know, there's so much, like, you know, to glean from and to think about. You know, so many, like, and that's another thing too that I wanted to be Detroit so bad. Like Ben Johnson talking about, oh, it's just a bunch of the management's just a bunch of basketball guys that think they know football, like, or think they know it all or something like that. Like, yeah, I'm just like, bro, what? And that's why you didn't want to meet with us and stuff like that. That's why you bailed on us, like, in the middle of our flight towards you and stuff like that. Like, come on, bro. And then you thinking that you gonna do something, and we messed it up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how they look, like, you know, how the basketball guys do, you know. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, like, well, I'm Ross, the same Brown talking about Diami, like, you know, I guess the better Brown won, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking about, he got drafted before me, we do, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, ain't nobody worry about that, man. Like, y'all been in the league for like 4 years, like, we need to get over that. But shoot, I mean, if you want to make that a thing, then like we made it a thing, and Gianni showed off, like he did his thing. So, like, all that, man. But yeah, bro. Like, you know, it's crazy, bro. Literally, like, you know, to just the way this is lining up, bro. Like, I don't even want to get that far ahead, like, you know what I'm saying, but this team has done so well, like, in the second half of the season, just preparing for teams and being ready to execute against them. It's just beautiful, man. Like, that's a really good Lions the offense. And we did our best to, like, keep them in front of us. Like, you know, we through the air, they didn't really do nothing explosive against us and stuff like that. We kept a cap on them. Like, you know, I heard some shout out at Oliver, like, you know what I'm saying, that Marshawn Lattimore didn't have nobody, like, didn't have no catches on him, no yards, and no touchdowns, and, like, you know, so his side was quiet, and Mikey was shutting it down on his side and stuff like that. Even Ben St. Juice came in a little bit, and he ain't really, you didn't hear nothing from him. So, like, we didn't really have any penalties, and, like, we didn't have any penalties like that in general, but we didn't have any penalties on defense for real, outside of, like, that face mask that was some bull. Like, and then like, I don't really think that, like, we didn't have no penalties like that. Even on offense, like, I think we might have had like maybe like a holding or something like that, or like a false start or something. But outside of that, like, this was a clean game. Like, we played probably the best. This is the best game this is one of the best playoff games I've seen in general. But like just in like at the same time, like just how we played in all levels, all phases. Like we just balled out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zanga and the others. Even though he missed a kick, played well. And oh yeah, off gate though, he did like he kicked. I could tell like as soon as he kicked the ball, the way the ball came off his foot, I'm like, this nigga about to kick out of bounds. And then went out of bounds. I was just like, we don't got time for this today. They in good field position. And then like but we ended up stopping them, and they ended up punting. So I felt good about that. And then they came down the next time and scored. Like but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So. That's that, and that's cool. Yeah, man. Just beautiful, bro. Shout out to Joe Jr., bro. Like, he don't get the credit that he deserves. Everybody keep talking about Dan Quinn, and Dan Quinn has done a great job leading this team, bro. Leader of men. But it's like everybody give him credit because they thinking like cause he called plays in Seattle and in Dallas that he's calling the plays now. Like, no, Joe Witt Jr. is the mastermind behind this, or the head honcho as far as the defense. You know what I'm saying? So I would like him to get more credit, like in the broadcast. But at the same time, it might be for the best because like the more they call his name, then everybody gonna be like, oh, he should be a head coach, and we gonna Joe. We did it, Joe. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to need you a couple more years. The same with Cliff. Like, Cliff, just stay till 2027. Whenever you start getting paid from Arizona, like just stay till then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we need it. But, yeah, man, great game. Great strategy. Great, like, just all together win, bro. Underdog story. David and Goliath. Daniels and the Lions, then, like, whatever you want to call it. We came and did our thing, like, you know what I'm saying, and set the standard even higher, bringing back that winning mentality. It just has this season now that we're doing this season has a special feeling to it, and it's like, and not even in like an unrealistic way, because it's like we've really played good teams, like, you know what I'm saying, like. At the time when we beat the Cardinals, they was like the leader in the West. When we beat the Bengals, we didn't know they were gonna be bad, but you can't sleep on Joe Burrow. And even that, we went toe to toe with them, like on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it was one that literally, if we didn't win that game, they go into the playoffs. Like they were one win away from going to the playoffs. Like, think about that. So beating them. Almost beating the Steelers, almost beating the Eagles, bro. Really, outside of the Bucs game and maybe the Ravens game, we probably should be 15-2, like ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But I'd take 12-5 any day, like, cause we broke the streak of not having more than 11 wins in the season. Like, you know what I'm saying? We broke a lot of streaks, and now those look minuscule compared to what we're trying to strive for. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we had to keep the main thing, and win. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's do that, man. I believe in this team, like, more than I have ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because even with the 2012 team, like, and I was a front row seat, like watching every game, like even with that team, like it was still flaws, like with that team. Like, I mean, it's flaws with this team, but it's like I don't get as nervous about our flaws as I did with that team. You know what I'm saying? Because it was ways to limit RG3 and, like, kind of keep him contained, especially when he messed up his knee. There wasn't much he could do, and then. Like, our defense was good enough, like, you know what I'm saying, but the Seahawks that year was just so crazy with the momentum. Like, they just were just such a good team with momentum, like, you know what I'm saying. And I think we have that spirit in it, you know what I'm saying. And it's funny because like our DQ was with that team when they went that far. like I think he understands that, like, you know, well, sometimes he understands that, like, you know, that, like, you know, vibe of momentum and stuff like that, and how important it is. And he's getting better with the flow of it. But it has, it's definitely something to be said about this coaching staff and all the experience that it has in the Super Bowls and stuff like that, and just in playoffs in general, like DQ, Ken Norton Jr., I think Anthony Lynn, even Cliff Kingsbury's been in the playoffs, like Brian Johnson has been in the playoffs, been in the Super Bowl. It's a few. I gotta go back because it feels like beginning. This like talk from like the beginning of the season when we first hired these guys, but yeah, it's a lot of them. And even on the team, like, you know, having Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz and, you know, other guys like that have been to those games. Like, I think Zach Ertz has a ring, and I mean, of course, Bobby Wagner has like what, 2 or 1. Like, it's you know, it's invaluable, and them guys are doing their thing. And so, like, you know, we just have the right mix right now, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. You know what I'm saying? I'm just enjoying the journey, not trying to get too far ahead, just doing what we got to do. And so, that's pretty much it, man. If I got anything else, then I'll probably, like, you know, kind of make another one. But I just wanted to get some of these things out, man. And I don't know if they watch this stuff or not, but it's just like, I just feel like sharing some things or making some apologies and changing some perspective, or like giving perspective about things. You know, yeah, it's pretty much that. And then, you know, of course, well wishes to Sam Cosmi. I think that was a dirty play. Like, I don't know where that Bama came from and started, like, when it decided he wanted to roll on Sam Cosmi's leg. I feel like this was just like, let me just fall down on this Bama. Like, and I hate that for Sam, bro. He was having such a great year, and, like, you know, just such a good part of our team and leader. It really sucks. So I just pray that he is a great, speedy recovery. I mean, fortunately, it's in January, so it's in the beginning of the year. So hopefully, maybe by, like, you know, like September, like, you know, he'll be healthy enough to come back. And get surgery, like, you know, as soon as possible, and just like kind of gets into that rehab mood, and come back as soon as he can. But it just really sucks, bro. It's like, and we had, like, it's yeah. I hate that for him. I hate it a lot. But you know, shoot, you know, next man up. You know, we gotta keep grinding, keep doing what we can do, and we'll get there and stuff. So that's that. Yeah, man. If I think anything else, like I said, make a video. I still owe y'all. I know it's gonna be old, but those are just gonna be story times in the off season. I owe you the Falcons Sunday Night Football game video. I was literally there, and that was a party, a movie. I owe you the Cowboys game. Didn't really watch like this middle of the game, like, you know, but I caught the beginning and the course of last play, and then I owe you the Bucks game. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make those videos and get those to you in due time. But yeah, it's pretty much it, man. You know, again, like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Mambo, Big Dog Command Room, for more stories and real football insight. Catch with your boy. Till next time, peace, love, and hair grease.